Hi guys, I'm Toto and I'm here with Joey Sticks. Today we are going to talk about the top 5 worst landmarks in the game.
Let's head right into it. There's a lot of bad landmarks in the game. A lot of them don't do anything. So this was a very tough choice to make because choosing only 5 out of the 20,000 bad landmarks that Legends of Runeterra has was very hard. So let's go right into the 5th worst landmark of all time.
So the 5th worst landmark in the game is Spiral Stairs. It's a 3 mana monument landmark actually from Targon, which says countdown 3, create a seed of strength in hand. And the Seed of Strength is a 0 mana slow spell and fleeting spell that says grant an ally +3/+2 and overwhelm.
This landmark is very expensive. It doesn't do anything in this region because it's supposed to be Malphite support package, but Malphite doesn't really benefit all that much from Overwhelm, and especially not an Overwhelm that you have to wait until turn 6 to use. So yeah, this isn't a good landmark for Malphite, and it's a bad landmark for Targon as well.
Let's go right into the 4th worst landmark in the game. It is Void Gate. Is a 2 mana landmark from Shurima that says when you summon an ally or an ally dies, grant each of its positive keywords to 3 allies in your deck. So keep in mind that it's not in the top of your deck, so it's actually random between your units, among your units in the deck, so it's not that consistent.
Yeah, Kai'Sa doesn't want this support card. Kai'Sa would really prefer to have a strong unit on board with the keywords that she wants to copy with her second skin ability. So this landmark not only occupies a space on board, which is very bad for an attack-based deck like Kai'Sa, and it also, like Toto says, it's very inconsistent because you don't even know where the keywords are going. And Kai'Sa would much prefer to have a strong unit on board that she can copy the keywords with her second skin. So this is just useless.
So let's go right into the 3rd worst landmark in the game. We are talking about Reaper's Bay. It's a 1 mana landmark from Bilgewater. It's a lurk landmark that says when allies attack before activating lurk, grant the top ally in your deck lurk, and it becomes a lurker. It's a very redundant effect for a card that doesn't really fit in the lurk archetype.
Yeah, usually lurk decks are already built to not need to rely on a card like this. So it's just also, like Toto said, redundant card. And if you compare this card with Forsaken Bakai, for instance, Forsaken Bakai just does its job a lot better as it is a unit that can attack and predict a lurk card on top, so you can have that consistency when you play your lurk deck. So this is just doesn't do anything.
So very quickly, let's go to the 2nd worst landmark in the game. We're talking about Sandswept Tomb. It's a 5 mana Shurima landmark that says when allies attack, summon an attacking Sandstone Charger. And the Sandstone Charger is a 2 mana ephemeral 5/2 unit that has more skins than most of the champions in the game.
So this is a 5-cost landmark, which is very expensive, and its effect is also not that great. Like a 5/2 Sandstone Charger is just not worth the 5 mana you spend to play this card on board. And like I always said, there are some cards that are made to worsen the card pool of randomly generated spells and other effects. But this card, I believe, is made to worsen the Path of Champion boss's deck, because anytime a Path of Champions boss from Shurima plays this card on board, I am relieved because this is a very good, very bad card.
Also, we have a lot of cheaper ways to create a Sandstone Charger. We have the 1 mana card that can create a 2 mana cost spell that can create you a Sandstone Charger, and then you can use the spell to make a blocker and also an attacker when you want. With this card, you always make an attacker when you attack, so it's not that great in the stacks that you want to use this card, and it's very, very expensive.
Let's go then into the top 1 worst landmark in the game, and it is Total's most hated card, the Paper Tree. He hates this card.
So Paper Tree is a 2 mana landmark from Bandle City. When an ally with an attachment attacks, grant that attachment +1 +0. So let's count how many slow actions you have to make this card grant you +1 attack. We have to play this landmark, play an ally, attach this ally, and attack with this ally. So by this time, your opponent already won the game.
So even though it is a very cheap landmark like the others in this list, its effect just isn't worth it, even the 2 mana you spend to play this on board. Meanwhile, we have buff spells in the game that make this rather useless. So guys, this was our top 5 worst landmarks in Legends of Runeterra. I hope you liked it. If you think there are other landmarks that are worse than these ones, please comment down below. And don't forget to like and subscribe the video. See you next week.